Hello, guys. I'll give you guys a minute to get in here. They just started tweeting again. So yeah. What are you guys up to? Hello. I'm just giving it a minute to let a couple people get in here. They've actually already started back in court. So hey, Shar. Gosh, we're spending a lot of time together today. Thank you. I'm so glad. So they're back in court. I'll go ahead and get started. Oh, I wanted to share with you guys. Well, I'll wait a second if anyone else comes in quickly because I don't want people to miss the beginning. So, oh crap. Yeah, baby. Hold on one second. I did get some stuff for you guys. Hold on. I'm going to have to come back on my other phone. Let's see if this will stay open. Do 1 second. Let's see. Mommy. Mommy. Okay, that didn't work, y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay, I will. While we're waiting on another update, I don't want to get us too far behind. I did actually find, if you look on the thumbnail, there's photos of Suzanne and her Jeff Libler, and they actually were Barry and Jeff were featured in the same newspaper back in the 80s together, and I found an article that kind of talks about that, and I wanted to show you guys. But anyways, I don't want us to miss this. So 12 minutes ago, they came back from lunch, and Johnny Grusing is on the stand still. So Exhibit 56 in Barry Morphew preliminary hearing. This is a text message he had deleted off his phone from Suzanne. The text is from May 6th at 10:13 a.m. There were only 2 messages that were deleted. On May 8th, a note in Suzanne Morphew was a list of 50 reasons why she wanted to leave the marriage. Example, a lot of women on Facebook, and said it was good for business. And then Agent Grusing said he spoke with Sheila and Barry Morphew and other friends about this list. He spoke to Barry about a time in Mexico trying to take her phone and look at it. I want to spot in too. Yeah. They were keeping major secrets. I really wanted to show you guys that, but you can kind of see it in the thumbnail. I have an idea. Let's see. Did you guys have a good lunch? I'm going to send a couple pictures in here. I also got pictures of the dumpsters where when we talked before we went to lunch, there were several dumpsters missing or mentioned around the hotel. And I got some pictures of that. Oh, thank you, Teresa, for being here. Let's see. I would be following it this close anyway, so just to do it while hanging out and talking to you guys, makes it even better. Okay. Save all. Now, let's see if I'm able to pull those up like this. Yes. Okay. So here we have this was the image that was on the about them both being featured in the same newspaper. Sorry, guys. Bentley's supposed to be laying down for his nap, and if I'm doing something else, he thinks that he can do whatever. But anyways, okay. So that is from the newspaper they were both in. I think that's both of their high school pictures. They went to school together. And then I want to show you guys the dumpsters that he was throwing away everything in. So there's one. This is at that Holiday Inn. And then here is another view of that one. And then we have the trash can in the front, like by, you'll see. Here. So it's interesting to get a look at it like that. I'll leave that there for now, and let's check. Giving me Photos Dulos vibes. Hey, Stephanie. Yes, those were the dumpsters that he was throwing away stuff at. And then this here on the screen is both of their school pictures, and then a newspaper article where both Jeff and Barry were featured. So let's see what updates we have. Okay. The last one was about in Mexico, him trying to take her phone. So Agent Grusing spoke with Sheila about Suzanne's list. More examples of grievances. Concerns about recovering from cancer with Barry Morphew still in the picture. Concerns about cameras in the garage. Accusing Suzanne of having a boyfriend. And they both spoke with Barry about this. Let's see what the other people have to say. Right now, they're rehashing some of the things we heard yesterday about Suzanne Morphew saying Barry Morphew was pulling their daughters into fights. And Suzanne Morphew texted her sister about Barry Morphew being allegedly physically abusive and that Suzanne wanted out of the marriage. Sister told investigators she didn't really know how to respond. That's interesting. And then we have about this list of grievances. On the list was this entry. Accuse me of boyfriend and hydro 5/6. I guess May 6th. Boyfriend and hydro. Grusing says that refers to an argument on May 6th, 4 days before Suzanne disappeared, in which Barry accused her of having a boyfriend. He says he was not being serious when he accused her, but he did admit the argument. So, hello, Amelia. Okay. What are you guys up to today while you're listening to this? On May 8th at 9:28 a.m., Suzanne Morphew sent a text to her sister, Melinda, saying that Barry Morphew was abrasive and abusive. That was 32 seconds ago. I want to go to Scott Reich. He had let me see, an update that I missed, I think. Let's see. Computer scientists able to recover from notes on phone a list of grievances. Oh, he said at 6 p.m. he has a shovel and rake in his hands entering the hotel. He places all the tools in the hotel lobby for his workers. All hand tools, nothing electric. So that's pretty interesting. He did have a shovel and a rake in his hand when he came in at 6. Oh, working. Oh, Liffy, I knew you were working. Shar was at work all day. You're a few hours ahead of me. About to create a Twitter account. Anyone want to talk me out of it? Well, I did it, but I did it to keep up with other crimes. But I actually have a Twitter that Kelly and Amber and I are all kind of partners on, but we haven't been doing a ton of work on there. It's basically just a tool to kind of have a louder voice. So if you do create one, you should follow us on there. And it's usually in my description, but not of today's videos. I hadn't put anything in there yet. But there's a lot of stuff you can find out about these cases through there. Okay, we have another one. We have the text about Barry being abrasive and abusive. Multiple calls between Suzanne and Barry were sent back and forth to each other Friday morning. At 10:55 a.m., Barry sent a text, "I love you, Suzanne." Stephanie. Twitter scares me and makes me feel old. It's funny. Hold on, you guys. Let me check on Okay. It's weird how the different court reporters kind of report different things. The way that they write what's happening, I don't know, they explain it so differently. But if you do create a Twitter and you don't have all these reporters, which I listed them off, you can search Twitter for their names, and any post you can do the latest post, but they don't always put their names in the post. So it's kind of, I don't know. I don't mean to do that over and over, but it's just when I'm thinking, I guess, or there's not anything to say. I'm such a dork. Sorry, y'all. It is what it is at this point. I am who I am. To be honest, it's safer. So I have a question, and I know that the FBI is, called in when it's a federal crime. Maybe they cross state lines or whatever. But in the case of Summer Wells, what would make it where the FBI was in charge of that rather than the GBI or Tennessee TBI there, or wherever you are? Why? That is so confusing to me. I'm gonna take it, Amelia. That's funny. Okay, on May 8th, Suzanne Morphew sent a picture of Barry Morphew standing outside Moonlight Pizza, waiting for pizza to the girls. The girls are, the text was to the girls. The girls are in Utah on a road trip. It's just going to be so hard. After we've been watching this so closely, and then knowing for, day 3 and 4 is going to be August 23rd and 24th, it's just going to feel so far away. Okay, on Saturday night before Suzanne was reported missing, her Facebook codes were reset and her account friended 23 of her old friends, 20 of them male. Investigators asked Barry if he did this and he denied it. Wow, that's interesting. On set, we knew this happened right by word of mouth, but hearing it play out in court is just so interesting. But I didn't know her Facebook codes were reset. I knew her account friended a bunch of people, but it's odd. Yes, ma'am, I sure will read it again. So, on Saturday night before Suzanne was reported missing, her Facebook codes were reset and her account friended 23 of her old friends, 20 of them male. Investigators asked Barry if he did this and he denied it. Okay, one sec. I'm going to go check on the baby again. He should be fine, but I get nervous. Okay. Barry says 70K missing, home safe. Not sure I believe him. Nope, I believe he is. Got out of breath. He's giving explanations, right, of what could have happened, just like with the wildcat. He's just, and looks so obvious. It's like Letitia Stalk. She did the same thing. She would have this explanation and reason for everything. Okay. Between 8 and 9 on May 8th, the 23 people, 20 were men. Suzanne Morphew sent messages to Sheila Oliver about her daughter's wedding the next day. I guess around between 8 and 9. or she wasn't very clear. Let me try to find it somewhere else. I went and ate lunch and took a shower and got dressed and all that good stuff. Let's see. Lauren Sharf is probably one of the best ones. She's like one of the quickest. Some of the others, they like every now and then they'll tweet about something. Lauren's kind of going through everything that's happening. Okay. That was the last one. My power's back on, thank goodness. Joe Strange tweeted, Trump supporter Barry Morphew was arrested for voter fraud and the possible murder of his missing wife. So he cast the vote for Trump in her name. I can't believe he did that. I forgot all about that. Like, is that the important thing? That's what you're willing to get in trouble for. And also, if he thought that shows he didn't think that she was um coming back, or possibly just ran off, or he wouldn't have voted for her. Thank you, Shar, so much. I don't know, Mary T. I don't remember what time I had heard it before, but they did kind of make it seem like it was middle of the night stuff. So it says between 8 and 9, though. Okay, on May 9th, text messages at 9:50. Barry Morphew, want to go on a hike? 9:52. Okay, wait a minute. May 9th at 9:50 at night, which would be right after this happens, right? Okay. May 9:50, want to go on a hike? 9:52, where? No response. Later on, asking about summer tires on Range Rover. 10:36, Suzanne Morphew, want to meet to hike? So this must have been during the morning. 12 minutes later, 10:48, Barry Morphew, no, coming home. Suzanne Morphew, get hot tub stuff. Yep, to make it look like she was alive. Exactly. Okay, Exhibit 60 is being shown. It is a Google map of where the helmet and bike was found versus where the home is on Puma Path. Suzanne Morphew's helmet was 50 feet from the road. Libler advised Suzanne to have contact info in the helmet in case of a crash, which I had noted yesterday. I thought that was interesting that she did that, so good to know that he kind of was behind it. Wow. Little bits of information as we go. What sucks though is if you can't watch it live, and you would go back to, like, say, this channel to see what happened, you can't. It would just take so long to know. Oh my gosh, Mary T, that is I never would have thought of that. Hot tub stuff, bleach smell cover up. Interesting. Annette, good night or good afternoon, everyone. Hello, Annette. I bet you're hot. I've been thinking today I was too hot. But yeah, it just sucks. It makes me feel like I need to break down the, like, most important points of the day and still to put it in a video anyways. It's just it's really time consuming. And I mean, I would spend all day doing it anyways, but then if we get off here and then I spend the evening, I don't know if I will or not. I might, but just to try to make it easier. It's actually the Twitter I'm on right now. It's the only account I have, the one with Amber and Kelly, and it's at Unraveling Crime. How many of you guys smoke cigarettes? Those texts were to make it look like she was alive. Mm-hmm. I told you not to get up out of your bed. It's nap time. And he comes out here. Mommy, can I have a hug from you? Well, of course I'm not going to say no to that. But you still got to take a nap. So come on. Hold on, guys. I'm going to walk him back in there. No. Come on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 2 B's for Bentley. 2 B's for Bentley. Yes, sir. Come on. Did Bailey draw that? No, she didn't. Bentley. Honey, I'm done. Wish you could kick it. I smoke. I know. I wish I could too, but I was sitting outside and my neighbor is mowing over walnuts. Oh my gosh. I'm curious if Barry Attorney told him Suzanne was having the affair. I would love to have seen his face. The ultimate. Oh, I know. I would have loved to see it too. And I bet you, well, I don't know. I guess if he was in her phone, okay, 23 Facebook requests, he knew. He just didn't tell anyone that he knew, because what would he say? He was in her phone? And if he was really concerned with her being missing, you would think, I don't know, which then he couldn't admit he was in her phone. It's so confusing with that. Okay, investigators' last interviews with Barry Morphew were April 5th and April 22nd. Nothing from Sheila. I know that tranquilizer stuff, like that's pretty alarming. He actually admitted, right? If I remember that correctly from earlier, he admitted that he was throwing away stuff with tranquilizer stuff. Also, the tranquilizer dart cap was found in his washer. But wonder why? I wonder if he ever said why he was even messing with that. Hmm. Very odd info, yeah. Okay, on May 9th, Barry Morphew's phone is pinged near the river behind his home. Investigators ask why this was. His response was, I was looking for a turkey that Mallory had shot some time ago. Ooh, at 11:50, wait, between 11:50 and 12:50 a.m.? I don't know. I hope she clarifies that, because that's interesting. On May 9th, his phone is pinged near the river behind his home. They ask why. He said he was looking for a turkey. Let me go see if someone else has reported on that. It does sound like a Lifetime movie. It's so sad. It is just so sad. Hmm. No. Yeah, it says AM, but I'm not sure, because she has it written 11:50 AM to 12:50 AM. So I don't know if it was 11:50 PM to 12:50 AM or what, and I'm hoping that she corrects that, or that someone else reports on that. I wonder, you guys, if I think his chances of getting away with it are higher than most. Okay, Barry Morphew left the home around 1:38. Hold on. Sorry, Bentley came out here with that hug crap again. Okay, Barry Morphew left the home around 1:38 p.m. Suzanne Morphew sent a message to Libler saying, "Guess who is alone again?" At 12:03, picture was sent sunbathing. Grusing testifies that Suzanne sent her lover, Jeff Libler, a photo at 2:03. Grusing says it's the last proof of life for Suzanne. So 2:03, May 9th, which we know she was in conversation with her friend until like 4 or 5 that day. it's so sad. The girls were crying, like seeing that picture, and they probably had never seen it before. And that's like the last, moments of her life. Mm, 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 mm. The picture is okay, same thing, is the last proof of life of Suzanne Morphew. Barry looked at the photo and allegedly told investigators she looked drunk, described her eyes as drunk as it would take the edge off for the night. Belittling her even after. 90% of some that go to trial have a guilty outcome. I know, but it just seems like if somebody could get away with it, that it could be him, because he has the best lawyers money can buy, and I don't know, it just worries me. Then we have this affair now, and I don't know. I just hope he doesn't get away with it. Okay. Attorney Drew Nielsen is now questioning Agent Grusing. They are looking at Barry Morphew's phone records, proving that Barry called Suzanne as he drove home from Broomfield. No answer. Oh, it proves, like, of course he did. He wanted it to look like he was looking for her. Yeah, and why would someone go look for a turkey that had been dead for a while? It makes no sense. I do too, Amelia. I'm with you on that. Yeah, exactly. And I just don't understand. There's those trash cans again for anybody who wasn't here yet, and I'm going to actually look and see what other ones I can find before we go, while we're waiting for updates. Let me see if Lauren's changed. Okay, no, but of course he's gonna call and make it look like he's looking for. I mean, I don't know. I feel so bad for the family of this Jeff Libler, because he is all over everything, and that is a huge focus now of this trial. Which, should it really be? I mean, I don't know. In my opinion, no, but proves nothing. He played phone tag with himself. Absolutely. All right, let's see what we've got now. Nothing from Lauren. What do you mean, Mary T? Okay, the defense has taken over on cross. They are asking Grusing about calls Barry was making to Suzanne. So that's the defense pointing that out. Hey, he called her to make sure she was home, or to see where she was. Yeah, he called her to make sure it looked like he was worried about her. I feel bad for his family too. Yeah, really. I wish he would have came forward a little bit sooner though, and not had to be like, I don't know. Okay, May 10th, Barry Morphew called Suzanne at 11:20 a.m., then called Mallory at 12:06 p.m. Here's someone else who 5 minutes ago testified about the turkey. They said Gruesing testifies that Barry told CBI he went home and had lunch with Suzanne on May 9th, but that cell records show he actually walked around their home towards a nearby trailer park at the time. He later told FBI he was looking for turkeys. Hello, Amanda. Oh my gosh, you missed a lot. Like, Suzanne, well, yesterday the affair was, told, and now today we're hearing about Barry's, stopping at several trash cans and dumping different stuff, and we're just now getting into some good evidence. So kind of sitting around waiting. I have to keep going through like 6 or 7 different court reporters to see if they've had any, they're tweeting as it's happening, live tweeting. So okay, I will. I'm so bad at phone calls, you guys. I get like so anxious on the phone. But defense attorney Nielsen is now questioning FBI agent Gruesing, showing cell phone records. She says they prove that Barry tried calling Suzanne when he was driving home from Broomfield the day she went missing. Agent had previously testified that Barry had not called Suzanne. Let's see what Scott Reich says about that. He doesn't have anything yet. It'd be so cool to be in that area and be able to actually go in person. So what happened, Sarah, is they were actually allowing people to go in and watch it. You just couldn't stream it or record it. But there were people who were caught recording or streaming, and or both. I'm not sure. And so now it's closed, and well, it's not closed. Technically, it's open to the public, but it's a very small amount of public. That's okay. Don't even have to worry about it. You can ask anything. So, Agent Gruesing helped write the 129-page arrest affidavit. Barry Morphew spoke with law enforcement 23 times. Barry didn't LE until what? Until February 28th about the chipmunks, 9 months after Suzanne went missing. Is Scott there in the courtroom? Yeah, he actually is. He's been doing updates as well. Let me go see if it's been a while since his last tweet, but he's posted a picture of the courthouse, and then he before lunch he tweeted a lot, and then he's only done 2 since. So I don't know if he's in there or if he has someone maybe in there for him. My neighbor keeps driving through here so fast. I don't like it. Off with their heads. I'm still so shocked that she was even having an affair, and I hate it because it's just such a big focus. I mean, but that's what's being talked about right now in court. That's kind of that's why I made the thumbnail with that picture of both of them, because even though that's not what this is about right now today, that's what a lot of the focus has been. Oh, Scott's in Idaho. Oh, wow. He's in Idaho for like, um, Daybell thing? Wouldn't it be cool if Watts and Morphew became Zillies? Well, they'd probably have to keep them both in protective custody. In Rexburg, yeah. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't be shocked if he was either. I would expect it. What is he doing in Rexburg? I didn't know that. That's really interesting. Defense attorney now cross-examining Grusing. Defense says Barry Morphew spoke to law enforcement 23 times from the day of Suzanne's disappearance to the end of 2020. Grusing says that seems high, but didn't disagree. Well, yeah, you'd think you'd be speaking to them a lot if your wife is missing. Come on. Defense says Grusing asked Barry Morphew why his phone was roaming around their property. He asked Barry if he was looking for her. Barry says that's when he was shooting the chipmunks. Defense argues Grusing testified that he doesn't know if the phone was bouncing around or still. Vicky. If he was so controlling, how could Suzanne have so many? I know that's pretty. I don't know. It's interesting. I'd be curious to know the dynamics behind that. Not to think having an affair is it. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, eventually, at a certain point, you crave love and affection, even if you're in a relationship where you don't really feel the love anymore. Well, eventually, you might just crave that from somebody else. I don't know, you guys. I haven't dated for a long time. I haven't even went out with a person in person. I have had conversations with people through the phone, and it's been a long time. So for me, I don't know. I think I would personally just end the relationship before starting another one. But then again, look at all the money and stuff they had on the line. They had a lot. It's a lot deeper than just boyfriend and girlfriend or newly married without all this. They have a whole life together. They have the kids. They have a lot of money and different properties around the country. Oh, cool. I'll check that out, Meg Love. My daughter and I went to Delphi in May. We were obsessed with figuring out the killer. We were convinced for about 10 minutes that Barry Morphew was the suspect, and that's why he left. That is so cool. Oh, I bet that was fun. And then to get to do it with your daughter, that's special. Because if one of my kids was into true crime too, that would just be so fun. But he is not the Delphi suspect. I remember when that was happening for a while, but didn't they? Now I don't know anything about that case. I think I watched a Kendall Ray video on it forever ago. But didn't wasn't that wasn't there someone recently who was said to be him and looked very similar to the sketch? Okay. Agent Grusing said the 23 times speaking is high. Nielsen is questioning Grusing about the pinging data. She is showing him Defense Exhibit H, Cellbrite report. Okay. Defense is arguing that Morphew's phone could be staying still in one spot when the former agent says his phone was pinging on several places on the outside of the house. Defense says it could have been in one place. Grusing said that's why we asked him what he was doing. And if he was going around shooting chipmunks, he probably was moving around. It is a rabbit hole like Watts, but not solved. Oh, interesting. Maybe one day we can get into that. I would love to talk about that with someone, or you should cover. Well, I don't know. I know you're starting a channel, Stephanie, but I don't know exactly how is your what will you focus on mainly, and then I'll check for updates. Ow, I just hit my elbow. She is talking about push pins on a map, locations where Barry Morphew's phone pinged. Attorney Nielsen is speaking about how much time it takes for someone to walk from one distance to another. Morphew's attorney, this is from another person, so sometimes if the information overlaps, that is why. Morphew's attorney, Drew Nielsen, questioning Agent Grusing, says Barry spoke with investigators 23 times. None of these times did he mention he shot chipmunks. This in reference to why his cell phone showed he was running around the house on the 10th. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, chipmunks, like someone said in here earlier, wouldn't you just need a pellet gun or a BB gun? I don't know. I wonder if his daughters believe that he's innocent and they're like kind of pinning it on him. I'm sure they do. My main focus is helping parents and families with children with mental illness with a little true crime. Get the kids help when they're young so they do not become. Oh, yes. That's so awesome. I think that is so awesome because like for me with my addiction issues and stuff, they started very young and I had a lot of issues with anxiety and my parents just had no absolute idea how to deal with that stuff. So I think that's a really good idea. Is there an overpopulation? Do they attack, destroy property, or is Barry just a chipmunk hater? That's funny. Okay. Well, I hear that every day, Alex. Wow. So, see, there's a need for it then, which is so cool and makes it all the more reason why you should do it. I cannot wait to have you on here to kind of talk about your experience. And because I've been to rehab facilities and, you know, for not just a week, I spent 2 months there. And it felt like years, but I just think it'd be so interesting to hear from the other perspective. Come on, give us a new one. Give us a new update. I wish they had support groups when I went through it with my daughter. You know what? Cheryl and I Cheryl is from, she has a channel called Broken Justice. Yeah, please give it, post it so Shar can share it and stuff, or you can share it, whatever, either way. But Broken Justice and I had kind of talked about using Discord to provide support for people, different, not, I guess it would be a support group. Hey, Shannon, how are you? Come on, we need some new news. Was her phone found? No, I don't believe so. I don't believe it's ever been found. Maybe it's in one of those trash cans around the Holiday Inn. That's on the screen. Right there by the front door, or over here in the dumpster, or whatever. I'm biting my nails wanting to know more what is happening. Not really biting my nails, but the feeling. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm working while listening to you. I'm just sitting here. It's a pretty day. The baby's in there laying down, getting ready to take a nap, resting. I don't have other children today because usually I do. So I'm just relaxing, hanging out with you guys, which is fun. I like it. So I just want her found too. I mean, I'm not meaning to be like gruesome or gross, but even if it was just any part of her or whatever that would show us that, she was no longer living, and that would prove that, or just to know where she is, because to wonder, I mean, they even brought up that her searching about, living in Ecuador. Like, they're really trying to make it seem that she wandered off, just left her children behind, her brothers and sisters, and her dying father, who has passed away now while she was missing. There is nothing in this world that would make me believe that she's done that purposely. I just don't believe it. So, I know they really, really probably are raining off and on here in Middle Tennessee. My brothers live in Nashville, both of them. Actually, one of them lives in a rehab facility. He went to prison. He had an awful drug addiction, and he's in a facility down there, which has been really good to him. That he's working again. They've helped him. It's just been a good place. But we were just talking about rehab facilities. So, okay. She does not seem like the type to leave without a word. No, I don't believe so either. Oh, you're only 25 minutes from Nashville. That's cool. Yeah, he's doing pretty good right now. Hold on. Yeah, get your shoes on. No, there's some out here. It seems that now the daughters support Barry, but it also sounds like the youngest was a confidant for Suzanne. I wonder if the. Sorry, guys. Bentley. Oh. I wonder if the sisters are both now supporting one. Sorry. Bentley needs a nap desperately, and now he's got a visitor, which is good because now I can, like, focus a lot more. But, okay. I wonder if the sisters are supporting one or the other. I don't know. You know what? I've wondered that too, and I'm hopeful that they support both and they just are without a mom and hurt and all that. Tell B I can hear him and he better listen to mom. Oh, believe me, he still he still hears Officer Amanda every single day. Amanda, she'll talk to Bentley sometimes and pretend to be a police officer and let him know that kid jail is not a fun place to be, That's funny. Okay. The judge has asked multiple times in court to keep mask on while inside the courtroom. Barry Morphew had to pull his mask above his nose. That just happened. Okay, Defense Exhibit JKILM. Google Maps around the Morphew home off Puma Path in Maysville with push pins on them. Nielsen again is speaking about the distance between these points, referring to Barry Morphew's phone. Nielsen says this shows he had to have been moving through walls. The Batman Tower better be picked up. And guess what? I ended up helping pick that up. His lawyer is working hard for her money, honey, because she's basically set up which she should, especially the kind of money that I'm sure she charges. But she's basically set up a map with push pins and explaining distance and time versus on his phone and saying that he had to have been moving through walls. Like, Barry, put your mask on, okay? It's not that hard. You're in court and the judges ask you more than once. Come on, dude. Defense is still going over Barry Morphew's cell phone position on the Morphew property the day before Suzanne went missing. Right now, they're going through coordinates and defense is detailing where exactly the phone was and how long it took to get to different points. But guess what? And Amanda, I don't think you heard this. He turned his cell. Okay, so right in the middle of the night through that morning where she went missing and he supposedly saw her in bed asleep when he left for work. When he left on his drive, he had the airplane mode on. So you can't track anything about what he was doing. And he did that often to cover up what he was doing from Suzanne. But at this moment, he's thinking ahead. This is like well thought out and planned, and it shows with the airplane mode, with yesterday, you guys. I wasn't live during this, but I updated about it. They found recordings on the spy pen Suzanne put in his car of him listening to forensic files about someone who went missing on a bike. And those recordings, I'm sure it probably only holds that pin like a certain amount of hours. So it had to have been pretty recent. He's listening to forensic files about someone who went missing on a bicycle ride. Come on. Like, what are the chances? He planned this. She asked, and then on the 6th, 4 days before she went missing, she asked for a divorce. And then, boom. No, I wouldn't be a good lawyer. I'm not good with confrontation, but no reason at all to put on airplane mode unless you're in a freaking plane. Absolutely. Or unless you're hiding something. No one is going to tell Barry what to do. Yep, I agree too. He's too rough and tough. He's going to do what he wants. I don't like that. That is like, I've had relations with people like that who just, oh, I don't like that kind of personality. Like, I like the type of people who can always learn from someone. You can learn you can learn from the most unintelligent, uneducated person out there. You can learn from a child. You can learn from a dog. I mean, you can learn lessons from anybody. Truly. He used airplane mode. He was taking her somewhere. Yes, his phone was on airplane mode in between, because they don't know what route he took from Salada to Broomfield. He had it on airplane mode. So he wanted to cover up his tracks of where he was going. So he most likely was transporting her at his time. Yes, and after that, and I've showed the photos, he is seen on camera at the Holiday Inn in Broomfield disposing of a bunch of stuff at different locations. Here by the door, at many others too. And at one point, whatever he's throwing away, he's got to have both hands and push down on the top to get it to push down in there. At one point, it looks like he's throwing away a camouflage jacket, and he's wearing hiking boots to go to a construction job that isn't even open that day. Like, it started on Monday. This was a Sunday, and they weren't allowed to work on Sunday. Yet he had to go to work. That's his alibi. And he's in hiking boots. I meant he. Let's see. Let me go back. Oh, yeah, it's okay. I kind of figured it out. I personally think Barry was also cheating. I just think he hasn't gotten caught in it yet. I do too. I really do too. Your wife doesn't go missing, and then, yes, good point. Like, if you would never cheat on her and all that, then you wouldn't go get a mistress when she goes missing. Come on. He cannot even work a regular job because he can't get along with or take orders from anyone. Oh, my. Yep, exactly, Amanda. Exactly. They did look like the perfect family. They really did. It's sad. Thank you, Amanda. Here, let me go back to Pretty Suzanne. And let's see what we got. Nothing from Lauren. Nothing from Ashley. The fake job emergency will do him in. Yeah, he he has to get to work for a job, right? Yet the people working for him say that he didn't even bring the tools to do the job in the first place. He goes on a Sunday, Mother's Day. The job, you can't work on Sundays there, and he was aware of it. I mean, that right there just looks fishy. And in the beginning, if you guys remember, he tried to claim that he was going to like a fire department, firefighter training. It was just when it got to where he couldn't say that anymore that he did. It's hard to read. It's a hard read, sorry, for distances. Okay, I'm trying to find you guys some more information on this while we're waiting for an update. Ooh, here's an article about her lover. We'll read this for a minute. He murdered at his house or somewhere else from where her body is. I don't know. I wish they would focus on finding her too. Hello, Melissa Jade. Okay. The married lover of lacking mother Susan Morphew appeared within the native paper alongside husband Barry in 1985. Married dad Jeffrey Libler, 51 years old, was named in court docket on Monday as the person Suzanne had a 2-year affair with earlier than she vanished on Mother's Day 2020. Her husband, Barry, has been charged, blah, 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 blah. Each males attended the identical high school as Suzanne, with Morphew 2 grades forward of his spouse and Libler on the Alexandria Monroe Excessive College in Alexandria, Indiana. Then it shows their little yearbook photos. Now, a newspaper report unearthed by Daily Mail reveals each male's received plaudits for his or her sporting prowess. Morphew in baseball and Libler in golf. I don't even know if this is in English, y'all. Received plaudits for their sporting prowess. So, whatever that means. Each Suzanne and Libler seem within the 1987 version of the varsity's yearbook, with Suzanne showing within the college's German membership, whereas Libler took Spanish. Additionally, seem only a few pages aside. Blah, blah. So, and then it has their pictures, and it has a picture of him now. He's a married father. There he is pictured then and now. He later went on to launch Love Letters from Suzanne and gave a sequence of interviews wherein he steered the mom of two might have been kidnapped or taken by a bear. Wait, he did? Libler? That's what they're saying in this article. I don't know. You never know what you can believe, but Police found the affair in November of 2020. Libler, whose cell phone pinged in the Michigan on the day Suzanne vanished, had by then deleted his LinkedIn account and instructed police, who tracked him down, that he solely realized she was lacking when a buddy dispatched him a hyperlink on May the 12th of 2020. So, that's that. If Barry murdered Suzanne, do you think he did? I don't know. I've thought he could, he could certainly, the possibility of him hiring someone is certainly there. Let me see if we've got any updates, because I didn't hear they were going on a break, but we still haven't gotten an update, so maybe they did and just didn't. Nope, 1 minute ago. Still going through phone pings. It's hard to keep track of all the points, so I don't want to confuse anyone by trying to explain it all. So that's why we're not getting updates for a moment. Suzanne grew up on a golf sports. Would he spare the money? I don't know, but he might do it to keep his hands clean and... Okay, here we go. At the time he was allegedly walking around, Suzanne Morphew was at the house sunbathing and sending selfies to her lover. Defense attorney Drew Nielsen points out that the timing of the GPS locations on the phone would have required Morphew to move around 40 miles per hour to get from one spot to the other. She implies it's imprecise GPS data and that Morphew did not walk around the house. Hey, baked cake. Oh, I hear little feet running this away. Never had any theories of her husband without any facts. Been waiting on the trial for facts. Yeah, that's a good point. It appears that Barry Morphew mentioned suicide to Suzanne when she told him she was done with their marriage. When I'm dead, which won't be long, you guys will be taken care of. That's supposedly what he said. That did not come from a court reporter. I'm just looking for more information until one of the court reporters. Oh, Susan, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So kind of you. And you're welcome, Jen Madison. I would be following it play by play by myself anyway. And to get to hang out with you guys just makes it so much more fun. So Suzanne's daughter called her, then called Barry to say she couldn't get on to Mom. Barry called the neighbor and asked her to go look for her at the house. Okay, well, we need to get this discovery so we can see, because that's the way I thought it happened as well. And then today, they kind of explained it in a different way. So they probably didn't go through every single phone call made. I'm not sure though. They grew up in Indiana, moved out to Colorado a couple years ago. Why aren't we able to see first? Because there were YouTubers who streamed it when they were told not to. I hope and pray they allow cameras in when the trial starts. I have a question. Was the picture of that parking lot with only one car? Yes. This that I had on here, hold on. Yes. So this is the Holiday Inn in Broomfield. And if you remember, this is the room who smelled heavily like chlorine or bleach. This is the trash can by the door here. And then this is another trash can at this hotel. There's a different angle of it. Those are the trash cans that Barry said was said to have disposed of. He stopped at several different trash cans. He was caught on camera, and his GPS, shows him stopping, and he's disposing of something. We don't know what it is. At one point, you can see he's throwing away like a camo jacket. And other than that, we really don't know. Sometimes it was stuff that was so little it was in his hand and you couldn't see, and sometimes they had descriptions of it being larger. Jen Madison, it's so weird how many people relocate to Colorado and then tragedy occurs. And I had talked about, actually, when I did the interview with Save Robbie, he had a theory that was really interesting, that was because of the elevation. And, it does affect the way people breathe. Maybe it affects their brains. And I think that's pretty interesting. Yes, the pool was not even open, and the room smells strongly of bleach and chlorine. And not only that, the hotel says they don't use chlorine or bleach to clean anyways. Okay, let's see what I can find now. Chicky wow wow. Sorry, I told y'all I'm a weirdo, but sorry, gang. They are showing things on the computer that are too small to read. They are going over the Cellbrite report extensively. District Attorney Linda Stanley was not questioned as a witness today. Agent Grusing said he isn't too familiar with this program that the defense is sharing. He said this isn't what they use. They use another program and knows what this program is, but not really how to read the data. So, yeah, that is super interesting. I agree. It'd be something worth looking into. Law enforcement has not released these photos. They're kind of just talking about them. I guess the newspaper, this I think I got from Fox. I got it from a news place during the break. I'm assuming they have just went and found Google Earth photos of those dumpsters and trash cans. So law enforcement hasn't released, any of that. Bound chicken, wow, wow. Sorry, Wolfie. Okay. Gruesing still on stand as Nielsen hammers at the exact time it would have taken for Barry Morphew to run around the family house on May 10th when he pulled up to the home and Suzanne was texting her boyfriend on the porch, confusing talk about latitude, longitude, and feet per second. Of course, the defense is going to take this much time to go over that, which it doesn't even matter that much. That was hours before she went missing or quit communicating with people. It's just they're going to focus on this so they don't have to focus on the hard stuff. Russell Haythorne from Denver Channel says defense poking holes in prosecution's theory that cell phone data suggests Barry Morphew was moving all around the house the day before Suzanne disappeared. They said he would have to move at speeds of up to 42 miles per hour in order for the records to be accurate. Well, whatever. Defense Exhibit XXX. That's weird. Another copy of Cellbrite Report. Nielsen is speaking about the precision value of this data. More up-to-date program. The state is objecting this foundation because the exhibit doesn't say whose phone the data came from or a number. I don't think so, Lisa Mounts. I'm kind of just following different court reporters. And right now, they've gotten pretty quiet because of all this cellular data talk. Bye, Wolfie. Have fun working. Give us something interesting, okay? Some people think that Suzanne stopped communication with people who were calling and texting her 2 days before she was reported missing. Well, now I guess that's out the window because she sent a picture of herself at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on May 9th to her boyfriend. So I had wondered as well how long, he pretended to maybe be her. 500 people murdered in Chicago. Well, you're right about that. Weren't there like 50 people shot over the weekend or something? I don't know. I saw a news article that said that. I'm sure the people in the courtroom are like, when they're talking about the cellular data, it just drags on and it's hard to understand. I think they're doing that purposely because they're using a program that the prosecution isn't familiar with. And wait, I thought Mother's Day was May 10th, I think, that year. Hold on, let me look while we're waiting then. Mother's Day 2020. May 10th. So, yeah. 47 in one day 44 this weekend. Yeah, there's a problem there for sure. I wonder why that area and not other cities, you know. Okay, judge allows this exhibit. If you were wondering, Agent Johnny Grusing is only the third witness the prosecution has called to the stand. They were planning to call 8 for the first 2 days of the hearing. Wow. Yeah, it's a mayor. Mm. This is mind numbing. Okay, this is what he says, or she says, Carol McKinley. This is mind numbing testimony, and people in the courtroom are struggling to stay awake. I knew it. I just said that, y'all, didn't I? People in the courtroom are struggling to stay awake. Judge asks Grusing if he understands the method Nielsen is using to explain this. It's the first time he's seen it. He says he can follow, but he says to Nielsen, "You are teaching me." Okay. That's okay, Lucy. It happens. It's confusing. Suzanne was in contact with Jeff via a text pic on May 9th, and she's reported missing on May 10th. That is true. She didn't know. She talked to him through, like, they were using WhatsApp, and it was actually on LinkedIn. So now I guess he could have, but they're thinking that. So that was around 2, and she had conversation with a friend of hers after that, and then by 5:30 ish, I believe they're thinking that was when her communication was over. Actually, the last proof of life was at 4:44, I believe they said. I'd have to go back a little bit, but we just went through that part. Okay. Exhibit T is admitted. It is a copy of the Cellbrite Reader's report with precision value, which Nielsen points out was info in the affidavit, but didn't have the precision values the defense would like to add. So all of that, all because in the affidavit, they said that the day that she was sunbathing and sending that picture we just talked about, that he was going around the house shooting chipmunks, which he's admitted to. All of this was to prove that they weren't as accurate as they wanted them to be with that, and it would be impossible for him to move around the yard that fast. Like, come on. I can just imagine what the trial is going to be like, you guys. They are definitely working hard for their money. That's for sure. I don't think she went off with the other guy. Yeah, he said he shot like, what, 90 chipmunks or something? 85, 95 chipmunks? Yeah, no one's heard from her since around that time, May 9th. A timeline and a map with same colored pins would be very helpful. Yeah, it would be. Okay, let's see if anybody else has. $85. Yeah, 85 chipmunks. Okay, this is a thing. If she went off on her own, she's not been in contact with her lover. Okay, they obviously have his phone records. He's still with his family. She's not been in contact with her girls, with her brother, with her sister. Her father died while she's been missing. The people that are thinking that she's possibly went off and on her own, that would be extremely hard for her to do, to not have contact with any of those people and her, stay missing while her dad's passing. Okay, Grusing testifies he wrote in arrest affidavit that Barry Morphew was most likely chasing Suzanne around while she was conscious, and that's why Barry's phone pinged in different areas in or around the house. But defense says his movement is impossible given the time and distance of the cell records. So all of that for that. Loves to do videos on timelines and does cover this case. She probably did do one then. She would have contacted her daughter or been there. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he keeps a dead chipmunk tally. 86. Oh, another one. 80. Mark that out. 87. Or add another, tally to my thing. That's funny. Okay, I see that. Yeah, if she's had 0 contact, then Bear did it. Group. Or he was getting rid of evidence and all that running around. I can show you guys a little bit closer the boyfriend while we wait for a second. So this is Jeff Libler, which I have to admit, he does look different than I would have expected. Looks don't matter. It's not about looks. It's about the way you feel with somebody, right? And you can have somebody who's not looking like your dream man, but treat that you have a connection with or whatever. So it's just, it doesn't look really how I expected, I guess. But absolutely will not eat a human. They don't eat red meat. Oh, wow. The tech evidence will have to be really strong. Okay, let's see if they've come back with anything. You do, Jen? Oh, I think he's a cutie. You guys are funny. Yeah, I don't think he's bad looking. I don't think he looked how I expected. I don't know what that means, but. Okay, here we go. Another one. Lauren says, I'm having difficulty with my internet. Trying to use my phone now so tweets will come slower. Hopefully I can get things fixed soon on my computer. And then Exhibit T is admitted. It is a copy of the Cellbrite Reader's Report with precision values. Okay, we've heard that. Defense now recounting the movement of Barry's truck. Recall, it was parked in the Morphew driveway from the afternoon of May 9th to the early morning. And if you guys remember, we learned this morning that the truck moved in the middle of the night about 90 feet back and was then further back from the home. So that is interesting. I agree, Lucy. I would love to just be able to watch it all happen in real time. I think he is cute. A lot of you guys think he's cute. Lauren is the most, she tweets the most, so it sucks that her internet is slowing down. Hey, Courtney. My crush is the character Harry from the movie Sex and the City, so there you go. Of course, I'm partial to bald heads. Can I? Y'all are funny. Larry, I'm sure your fiance thinks you're a cutie too. I mean, I'm just saying, the man doesn't look like how I expected, but I don't think there's anything wrong. Like, I'm not judging him based on his looks or nothing. Yeah, that's true, Shannon. I'm Australian, so I rely on people in the US for info. I knew that you were from, I was thinking like England for some reason, so that's good to know and interesting. Gotta shave your head, it sounds like executive sessions. There you go. Yeah, he is pretty good looking, Shannon, that's for sure. All right, but not like not his personality. And but Suzanne, I mean, she's beautiful too. It's like they were, I don't know, a Disney like just a perfect little couple, looks wise. Looks don't matter. It's crazy, but you don't think of like good look. Why is it that we think that like murders and stuff are going to be like these ugly monsters whenever we know that's just not true? Okay, taking an afternoon break. I'm keeping track of witnesses and wondering how they'll get to 5 more before the end of the day. We're on the third out of 8 and no sign of Jonathan stepping down soon. I'm told the courthouse docket is full tomorrow. I'm wondering if we'll see how long the break is. Let me try to find out for you guys. Oh, okay, here's one that we hadn't seen. Neighbors didn't report hearing any sort of argument or noise around 2:45 May 9th, which is when investigators speculated that Morphew was chasing Suzanne around the house based on imprecise GPS data, the defense says. Yeah, she was beautiful for sure. Her personality, and they dated in high school. Jeff makes good cash also. Barry is like a Neanderthal. This picture is actually Barry during, he was with a group of maybe a few friends and they were out searching for her, and he goes and lays down in this field, and his friends thought it was so odd that they snapped a picture of it. So I think it's odd too, and I always wondered if maybe there is something there, or I don't know. It's just weird. That's Barry tired from looking for Suzanne. Yeah, maybe. I mean, but you gotta admit, if the people he was with even thought it was odd, and they're only on break for a couple minutes, so I'll probably sit here with you guys for a minute until we get this freaking court day over. I wonder how much longer they'll go. They're in Colorado, because where I'm at, it's 5:20. But I really want to see the end of this. But I do not think they'll get to 5 more witnesses. I don't even think they'll get one done. I love dad bods. I'm not gonna lie. That's funny. Did law enforcement ask him about that and released what he said about the picture? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Hold on, you guys. I'm going to probably go in the room I film in and sit down with you guys. I might open my camera for the last part, so give me just a second. Okay, guys, I am back. Let me take this off. I'm in my filming room now. Don't judge me too much because I don't have much makeup on, but that's okay. Imagine how good Daybell's trial will be. Oh, my Lord. Barry did age 10 years and 4 months. Okay, let's see. If anyone is back yet, I just like being on camera with you guys sometimes. Oh, thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Shard and Courtney. You guys are sweet. So, break for 12 minutes. That was 10 minutes ago. We only have a minute longer. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Melissa. You're beautiful. You looked gorgeous last night. Every time you come on camera, though, I'm like, wow, look at her today. Thank you, Steph. Well, I got a shower and I just threw on some eyebrows, a little mascara, not too much makeup, just to be around the house. But I'm the kind of girl that, really, Vicky? That's weird. Oh, cool, Natasha. I'm the kind of girl, really, Lucy? Huh. Yeah, Melissa, you're right. I like to wear makeup like almost every day. It just makes me feel good. It makes me feel, I don't know. It's just the kind of person I am. But like, it makes me feel, it's even if people aren't going to see me at all, just a little bit. Because if I'm like showered and smelling good and feeling good and looking good, then I don't know, I just have more energy and feel good. Oh, okay. My phone lagged about 20 seconds. Jay, that was great. You guys are way too sweet. You sound really Southern. No, I'm not from Australia. I was talking to Baked Cake. I am Southern. I'm from West Virginia, and I stay in North Carolina some too. But yeah, I'm as country as they come at heart. I grew up on a farm with lots of animals and all of that. And apparently that makes me dumb. Some people like to say, I've heard that recently, but I've lived 1,000 lives. I say that all the time. I'm from West Virginia. Thank you, Courtney. And yeah, I've just speak. It doesn't matter where you are. You could be smart or dumb from any place based on like what you've been through in your life and also just genetics and all of that. When we, thank you, Vicky. My family's from West Virginia, McDowell County. Oh, cool. I'm in my tub with only a nightlight. Country peeps aren't dumb. Dating or flirting with everyone. My fiance is right next to me right now watching me. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Lucy. Yeah, not from Australia. I'd like to go there. And I have a few friends on here from there. Like, we've been talking about it this morning. But no, there are not so many people with a true Southern accent these days. Oh, thank you, Shar. I'm a mountaineer as well. Beckley here. That is crazy. Do you know me in real life? Because you're not using your name, Raven73. And that is just so bizarre that we're in the same town. And it's not a huge town. I mean, there are lots of people that I don't know. I would say that my county has like, well, last time I looked, it's like around 70,000 people, but it's spread out really far. So in our little towns within the county, we kind of all know each other. But if you're from, the next one over or whatever, maybe not. But I want to know. At first, I thought Larry was in the tub with a candlelight. Y'all are funny. I'm from Canada. I love all the accents. That's so cool. There's a lot of Canadians intertwined in this community, which is cool. 70,000 on your block. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's a small town. 70 sounds like a lot, but it is a huge county. It's rural. So, in between each little town, there's 10 minutes of driving. And my school, I don't remember my graduating class. I wonder if I could Google that real quick. Do you guys know how many were in your graduating class? Graduating class. And my school is in a town called Coal City. That's a good idea. I meant not. That's so funny. You guys are something else. I went to Mount Hope High, living near Rural King now. Okay. Your aunt lives in Beckley. Wow. My graduating class was 4,200. Oh my God. Yeah, mine was more like 300, maybe 5. And then with all the weird crime we have in America. Okay, let me see. Oh, I probably shouldn't say it on here. If I get too detailed, then I'll end up. Class report, the official website. There's my school. (2007). Well, I really can't see it, but I'm guessing between like around 500. You're in Salida? Oh my gosh. I know. Coal City area. My sister lives near there. That's where I grew up. That I don't live there now. I live in Beaver. But yeah, one of many schools. That's unreal, Larry. 4,200 for just one of many. Tubing down a river in West Virginia, the new river, probably. I've been, what do you call that? Where you have the, like a bunch of people in a raft, whitewater rafting. My brain is just not working very good today. Okay, let me check her. Let's check up on old Barry. Okay, 1 minute ago, court is back in session. Agent Grusing is still on the stand. Attorney Nielsen is cross-examining. Well, let's go. New to this case, what is this hearing for? Did he plead guilty? Can I quick update someone? LOL. Okay. So, on Mother's Day, May 10th of 2020, so a year and some change ago, Suzanne Morphew, which I'll show you a picture of her, she went missing. Now, I would say around May 9th this year, I think it was May 9th, her husband was arrested for her murder. She has not been found. So he's in court, and he's already had a couple hearings. He pled not guilty, or he's not pleading guilty. He's fighting this with expensive lawyers. They had lots of money. He sold some of their property like very quickly after she disappeared. He was caught. So far we know he was, going to different dumpsters, throwing stuff away. And there's just lots of fishy stuff happening. And this is his preliminary hearing. So today they're going to try to prove that they have enough evidence to charge him. His lawyers will probably try to fight for some sort of bond because he hasn't gotten a bond. But this is only day 2 of 4, and the other 2 will be August 23rd and 24th. So that's kind of what's happening. We are in the dark here as well, just speculation. Thank you, Crazy Mama, so much. You're the age of my daughter. Everything is sealed. Gotta go see about supper. Okay, Shannon. Have a good evening. Yes, I've heard of Fairmont, West Virginia. I actually went to college not too far from there. I went to college. I went to 2 different colleges in northern West Virginia. The first one was Salem International, but the second one was Glenville State College, and that is pretty close, not too far. And if you're going to like a mall or any area, you would both go to the same area. Fairmont and Glenville would both kind of go to Clarksburg to go shopping or go out to eat and stuff like that. Mount Hope closed not long after we graduated. Hello, Angie. Yes, I haven't seen or heard from you in so long. It's been quite a long day, but okay. Nielsen is going over the truck and cell phone data again on May 9th. At 1:55 p.m., the door opens at DSI, and there is surveillance video as well. At 2 p.m., Barry Morphew was getting his blade replaced on his Bobcat on Saturday, May 9th. So right now, the defense has it. So we're not going to get any new evidence. This is just going to be answering to the other things. That amazing Italian restaurant and this hot dog place. Probably. Because those little towns, these little college towns, because Fairmont is a little college town, they have lots of like little diners and different things that are unique. I will try to, the Daybell case is one of my, like, it's so, I love looking into that. I don't love what happened, but it's one of my, like, guilty pleasures is trying to dig deeper and find out more and all of that. And I created like a chart because a lot of the people that had watched me came from the Chris Watts case and they weren't familiar with everyone. So I created this little chart right here and I kind of keep it there because there's so many players. I will definitely be watching and I will be recapping that trial, but I think it's televised, so I won't be doing this. I'll just be watching and then afterwards kind of talking about it with you guys. Okay, let's see what else we got. The blade replaced. I'll check someone else. Defense says the door opening events recorded from Barry Morphew's car are not always accurate, in that on May 9th there was an event that was captured where the door was open but never closed. Oh, of course, they're going to... His attorneys will drive you crazy. The last hearing, the one that was streamed and that has caused this to not, where we can't see this, that hearing, his attorneys went on and on about pointless stuff for hours. So, you are so sweet and super cute. Yes, she is. Go to her channel, please. Did we ever get that? I would love to get, make sure that you link that in here. Stewart's Hot Dogs. So you know where it's at. I forgot. See, Crazy Mama is also from West Virginia. A lot of people are really, really invested in Summer's case, which is a good thing. I wish that other cases got that much attention, but... trying to just check everybody's stuff. This is what I've been doing all day and all day yesterday. Crime Talk. Let's see if they've tweeted anything. Law enforcement had to open dash to get it. Barry's car was seized on May 10th and didn't look like Barry had tampered with the dash. Barry's car was dusty and dirty. Dust was not disturbed. Law enforcement physically removed module from Barry's car for telematics. It is located behind the screen in the dashboard of the F-350 and looks something, and he shows a picture. That's interesting. Okay. Already read that one. Tomorrow, I am not doing anything like this. I really got to clean my house. It's not up and running yet. I need someone to help me because I don't know what I'm doing. Well, one, if you want to do streaming, I will recommend go first thing to StreamYard and create your account and kind of get it approved, because if you don't have 1,000 subscribers, if you're not approved through StreamYard, you won't be able to stream. So, and it takes about 24 hours, but that's the first thing I would definitely do. Okay. At 2:44 p.m., Barry Morphew comes home according to truck data, and the next door event is at 4:44. Agent Grusing said he asked Morphew help me. He asked him if he would authenticate whether he left the door open or not. Nielsen checking the data on the truck again from May 9th and 10th. Yes, ignore the you will get some criticism. At first you don't get too much when your audience is more small, but as you grow you get more. And I notice, like on my TikTok, if I have a video that gets a lot of views, then you get a lot of criticism, and it's hard to take at first. For me it was. I've never been good at that. I mean, I lived a lot of my life in addiction, which just kept me immature, stupid, and like I wouldn't hold myself accountable for things. So getting used to that was an adjustment, but you have to get used to handling criticism. Constructive criticism is one thing, but sometimes people are just mean. Nothing. Sorry, I forgot to answer. Okay. Well, I didn't know. Sometimes, like, I've seen people out, like my dentist, and give them my YouTube. So, Defense Exhibit GG, list of events comparing the door events to the light events on Barry's truck. So, oh, thank you, Courtney. You guys are amazing. I mean, truly, I'm so thankful for all of you. I feel like you start, like, when you have your, like, you don't ever expect to, like, start uploading videos and, like, create this little family, right? But then you do, and you have this little group, and the same people that you start to see all the time, you start to look forward to seeing them. And then you feel like you know these people, even though, we're not getting too personal. You guys certainly aren't. I've gotten very personal, but that was not always my plan. So, but you just get like a little family and a group of people that you grow to care about, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Nothing yet. I'm really excited for you too. I'm just glad you ate, Alex. I know. Thank you, Shar, for being so caring. Oh, thank you, Georgie's mommy. Mama. Mommy, you know. Okay. During cross, Barry Morphew defense team trying to establish there is no way he could make his way to so many spots on May 9th and 10th. No way he had the time to commit the crime. Really? He didn't. What about the hours his phone was on airplane mode? Or his time at home? You know? I don't get in the drama. I just watch who I want and carry on. That's the way to do it. Good, Char. I'm so glad. I do too. It's because of you guys. Oh, Lucy Pearl, that's so cool. That's awesome. And you are very welcome, and you're always welcome back. I'm retired military, and now my youngest son serves just Syria. We've been moving around this area looking for a place to buy. Do you like the area? I try to catch Melissa Jade live, but it's been happening. I know. She goes live at my bedtime too. Last night I was in there and I was interested, like paying attention, and I still fell asleep watching it. Thank you, Mark. Sometimes drama is unavoidable, but I don't like it either. I never realized there was such a like there were so many people. There was like that whole world of just drama and stuff. Like I never really realized that. And yeah. Still looking for new stuff, but it's going slow. Thank you to all the great mods here. Thank you, Georgie's mama, for coming and participating. Steve, we're back. We're probably getting close to being done. That's what I'm thinking. And we still have a chance to learn some kind of information because we're going to have the redirect. Hopefully. They're supposed to get through 8 witnesses today, and they got through today and yesterday, and they got through 2. So I'm so glad there's people that are still like so interested in her case, because it kind of felt like, I don't know, like it was dying, like the case was dying off a little bit, the interest rather in the case. But we're not really getting any anything right this minute. I'm not sure why. I'm sure you can get the court transcripts and really, see what's happening, or see what happened. Okay. On page 6, Barry Morphew's truck stays in the same coordinates at 4:44 p.m. until 9:25 p.m. Parking light events on page 7 doesn't change the coordinate of the truck. 6 odometer events on May 9th, 3 odometer events at 10:04 and 10:06 are around the same of 2 parking light events. So, interesting. So interesting hearing about when hearing the defense waste time. And that's almost like what they're doing, right? They only have so much time. They had 4 days to get it out of the way. The prosecution has 4 days to fit in all the things they want to fit in that prove why he's guilty. And okay, here we go. 2 minutes ago, defense is now trying to poke holes in data presented by FBI agent from both phone tracker and tracker on car, arguing data is inaccurate and there's no place he can move so quickly from place to place. It's very nuanced testimony focused on what data is tracked and what isn't. So I live in California. So far, I've not heard anything on those lines, but are thinking of mandating indoor face mask again. I know I have a friend in Australia who said that they just went into lockdown where she's at, and that sucks. It's rough. I'm just looking, you guys. Yep, they're delaying it for sure. That's what they're trying to do. I do know that I believe the judge has already kind of told him, you only have so much time. If this is what you want to be wasting your time on, okay, but we have to wear masks all of the time. Kids have to wear masks in school all day apart from drinking and eating. Is that all ages, Shar? Probably one of our customers. I work for a cannabis company. Oh, that's awesome. That is really cool. He's in Bakersfield. In Canada, fourth wave is coming. Sorry, guys, I'm not vaping on camera. That is just not something I'm going to do. Oh, thank you, Natasha. I wanted to choose something different because I'm on a different phone that I usually have streamed on. And I don't have a ton of pictures handy for that. So that's just the one I found. Back in the courtroom, Nelson is attacking technology. Well, I'll put it like this. Back in the courtroom, defense is attacking the technology prosecution used to figure out exactly where he was. We already know that. At ABC 2020. So I'm guessing this is a reporter for 2020 because I have heard they're there. Let me go check. I've gotten a ton of information. Yep, ABC News. You had COVID after being vaccinated? I'm vaccinated. In Alberta, we don't wear masks. Oh, thank you, Courtney. I'm the kind of person where I don't like how a public health issue is politicized. It's weird because I come from West Virginia. Most people are Republicans here, and my dad is a gun store owning Republican, but he's a chemist. He went to college for chemistry, worked a job doing biochemistry for 40 years till he retired. So he doesn't really like this combination that's happening now with public health and politics. So I don't know. I come from a weird place where I'm around a lot of people who are against the vaccination, but I have tried to look at it from a scientific standpoint. And I have a mom who has emphysema, and she's very sick. She can barely breathe as it is. She coughs nonstop. That's why I got the vaccination. I don't believe anything would happen to me if I got sick, but just on the chance that I could hurt my mom, I got vaccinated, and I would do it again. I would do it I'd get a booster every month. Whatever I have to do, I will do. Just like the mask. For one, the surgical mask, if you're going to wear one, they are not comfortable if you have breathing issues and stuff. I know, and it can be difficult. But if you're going to wear a mask, you should wear an N95 mask or a KN95 mask, because then you're not only protecting other people, which is what those surgical masks do, right? They protect stuff from coming out, like if you cough or sneeze, but they're not protecting you going in. They're not sealed around your face. Airflow gets in from all angles. Those N95 masks, they kind of seal around your face, and then you're protecting yourself too. So if you're going to make yourself miserable wearing the mask and all of that, you might as well protect yourself. Woofy, have a safe drive. Yes, sure. That's what the way I understood it. It may not protect you from getting it, but I think 99.9% of people who've been vaccinated have stayed out of hospital or serious injury. Stacy Lincoln. Masks do not do a thing. Well, I mean, some of them do offer some protection, but, you know, most people are not using well, right now I have KN95, but N95 mask. But the thing is that they have to be sealed to even work. I mean, they take some, you have to kind of know. I'm not in the medical field at all. I just know what, like, my dad has told me. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know a lot more than I even know. I love guns politically. Even the KN95 or not. You know, it's just, for me, I do not like, I think it sucks the kids, you know. That's the rough part. The kids wearing them all day. I got the Pfizer now. Oh my gosh. That's the one I have as well. Lisa, both witnesses were police officers. So let me check back and see what we've got. Okay. According to an employee at Salida Stove and Spa, Nielsen said, so defense attorney said from an interview with investigator Derek Graham, Barry Morphew visited on May 9th between 4 and 5:30 p.m. There was nothing unusual about his demeanor. So Barry was in a Stove and Spa store. Our government has failed to see much together. Now they're doing nothing but telling us to. I don't know, you guys. Okay, we are not going to do that in here. The percentage of just Americans who got the vaccine. Hello, buddy. Go in there. I'll be done in just a minute. In a minute, okay? Okay. Love you. I 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 love you. Uh-huh. Okay, go on. I know you're just doing that because you know I won't turn you away with love. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. We're not going to argue about all that in here. They taught us that only the N95 will protect us. Then COVID hit and they wanted us to wear paper masks. We were like, we know these are not protecting us. Yes, Stephanie. That's what I'm saying. And it's so frustrating. Now, I get it. It's possible a triple layered cloth mask will offer some protection or whatever. I personally don't want the political arguments from both sides in here, or from any side. I don't want political arguments. I just want us to get along and we can, like, I agree. I think that I don't even want to say what I think. I think that masks have to work at least to a certain extent when it comes to, if my mom, who is so sick with emphysema and COPD, goes into Walmart and you are standing beside her with COVID, I am crossing my fingers and hoping and praying that you have a mask on. Yeah, I'm the same way, Stephanie. Just here, give me my shot, and I'm protected at least to a certain extent, and I'm not gonna argue about it. Donning a mask for many hours is harmful to us. We are breathing in bacteria. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure that's probably true to an extent. Yeah, let's get back to Big Dumberry. Let's just do our best to be educated on different things and treat each other with kindness even when we disagree. Okay, now I got some stuff. Barry Morphew had a convo with Janelle and Colton Nabal at the store, according to defense attorney. She is questioning Agent Grusing on his timeline. On May 8th, Morphew sent a message to Colton around 1:18 p.m. about getting his hot tub fixed, asking when he could come out to the home. According to an employee at Salada Stove and Spa, Nielsen said from an interview with investigator Derek Graham, Barry Morphew visited on May 9th between, oh, I read that one, nothing unusual about his demeanor. There were 19 miles that were unaccounted for when Barry Morphew went to Broomfield. Nielsen said this Salada Stove and Spa trip could account for the 18 miles. Are you kidding me? Like, really? That's interesting though. 18 miles unaccounted for? I don't know what to think about that. Agent Grusing's theory is that Barry Morphew did something to Suzanne Morphew when he got home on May 9th, chasing Suzanne around the home while she is conscious. The pushpin map that they presented said it is impossible for him to move at 45 miles per hour, according to Nielsen. And then Scott Reich says Grusing's theory that Barry Morphew did something to Suzanne when he got home at 2:44 p.m., ran around the house, and was most likely chasing Suzanne while she is conscious. Nielsen, how would this be possible? He is traveling at 30 miles per hour. So, thank you, Raven, so much for watching. I don't know about the chasing her thing. That is just odd to me. It really, really is. But this is the defense attorney explaining what she perceives to be the FBI agent's theory based on what he's written in the affidavit. We have to hear it from the FBI agent. I do before, because I know that she's probably twisting and turning stuff and just making it seem one way, when it's something else. This is getting odd. Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, what a long day, you guys. Okay, at 2:45 p.m., Barry Morphew did something terrible to his wife and then went to get his hot tub fixed? Defense attorney asked. Agent Grusing responded, I don't think their timing is accurate, referring to Salida Stove and Spa. Like, wow. That's what her exact words in court, the defense attorney. So at 2:45 p.m., Barry Morphew did something terrible to his wife and then went to get his hot tub fixed. And then Agent Grusing says, yeah, I don't think their timing is accurate. Okay. I can clean at home from any mask wearer has touched. Hey, if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't, and the store has a rule or whatever that you can't go in there, then, I mean, whatever. People are gonna, they're, nothing that I say or you say here is going to change someone's opinion when it comes to that stuff. Okay. So we need to just let it go and focus on this, because the reason that we believe however we do politically is like a deep in us, you know? So this has to end soon, y'all. I'm at 10% on my phone, so I'll have to end soon. Jamie Leary, FBI agent, reveals they found a tranquilizer dart in the dryer of the home, which we've heard that already, but it's been retweeted, and the person says, you know, this is speculation, but did he tranquilize her? The evidence is full of surprises. We haven't got to hear that much because the defense attorney gets on there and will not stop. This is what she did the other day, and I was watching that one, and I just, sorry, you guys, I just could not, I don't know. It was so hard to sit through it. You ever like listen to somebody talk and it's just so mind numbing that you can't even comprehend what they're saying? You can only just hear the words. Yeah, I agree, Tasha. Well, my phone's going to die in a minute, so I'm going to see if we can get any more updates the last couple minutes, and then if not, and anything big happens, I'll post it in my community page so you guys won't miss it. Wait, Grusing didn't include this information in his timeline of events about the hot tub store? Russell Haythorne at Denver Channel says defense says employees at Salida Stove and Spa saw Barry come into the store between 4 and 5:30, and there was nothing odd about his demeanor. Agent Grusing says he did not include this information in his timeline of events from May 9th. I'm slow at EF typing in here. That's okay, Brandy. I wonder what Barry got for lunch today. Probably had his defense attorneys bring him who knows what. Oh, Stephanie, I forgot that Melissa was trying to get us connected, but we have a new tweet. I have, not in this one or from yesterday's videos, but actually it might be in my live from yesterday. But if you go back just a couple of days before that, in most of my videos, I have my email address in there. And also, Facebook would be even better. You can message me on Facebook. I think my name on there is Allie Erickson. Shar, thank you for being here all day long. I know, like, thank you all for being here at all, and especially all day long. I just can't believe we haven't got more answers than we have, but let me refresh and read what I saw a second ago. Oh my. Defense attorney is going over the truck data again with Agent Grusing. Burla report from 3:25 a.m. to 3:49 a.m. Total of 7 door events and 6 parking light events. Indoor lights are also considered as parking lights. So between 3:25 and 3:49 in the morning before Mother's Day, so the morning of Mother's Day, 7 door events happened. So he was doing a Chris Watts out there, opening and closing, putting stuff in, getting situated, and then taking off with his phone on airplane mode. And some people are seriously saying that she's done a Gone Girl and run off with that money. Didn't say goodbye to her father, who she was so close to, who was dying. Isn't talking to her lover. Isn't talking to her kids. You guys. He might get away with it because he has some good high-paid lawyers that talk a lot in circles. But he's, in my opinion, it looks to me like he's, yeah. Oh, you are so welcome, Shar. Should I restart? I'm wondering if I missed anything good. Let me think of what happened today. So we did get, well, I don't know. I thought about going through and screenshotting like the most important parts. So what happened today was we found out about the several stops at the trash cans at the Holiday Inn and on the way or near there. And this little trash can by the door, he threw away lots of different stuff. He had the phone on airplane mode. Suzanne was messaging with her boyfriend around 2:30 in the afternoon, and then that was the last communication there. And they said her last, well, I can just scroll through Lauren's tweets and tell you like the most standout parts so far. And then if anything after this happens when we quit, because I'm getting ready to, I'm at 5, yeah, got to. Then we'll go through everything else. So we have what I just told you. I'm going to scroll back a couple hours. Oh, we find out Barry Morphew was looking at porn from Islamist extremist jihad, celebrity jihad websites. We see a few texts between the two, Barry and Suzanne, that are not that mind-blowing. He does come in at 6 p.m. and leaves at the Holiday Inn in those photos and leaves a shovel and a rake by the door. Now, if you remember, he's not supposed to be working on Sunday. Barry Morphew carrying items to the dumpster, a big bag. You can see a camo coat and a tree container. And then another trash run. There's no video evidence at the south side of the hotel. Just some messages with his daughter. That's pretty much it. So I think you're good. You don't have to rewatch all that because it's a lot. But if you want to, you absolutely can. And I'm going to check one last time and I'm out of here because I'm at like 5%. So Lauren Scharf, 1 minute ago, now defense attorney is going over phone data. According to the cast report, an incoming call at 12:02 a.m. and an outgoing call at 2:17 a.m. on May 9th. Barry doesn't have a call until little after 6 a.m. I'm going to check one more person who's been giving me the... Okay, so yeah, that's about it so far. My phone is dying. I will leave in the community. Yeah, it is costing him a fortune, but they're doing a decent job. I mean, they are rambly and annoying. Like, think about Pryor in the Chad Daybell case. Like, these lawyers are, they're just, ugh. But anyways, okay, I love you all, and I appreciate you hanging out with me all day. I had so much fun. I will update you on the last 45 minutes in my community page at 7. I'll update, and yeah, I'll see you soon. I'm not sure when. I have an upcoming video with a couple different people and Bianca Devon's mom. I have an interview with Kendrick Johnson's mom coming up. I have an interview with Tia I'm trying to schedule at some point. There's all kinds of stuff happening. But anyways, yeah, I love you guys so much, and I appreciate you hanging out with me today. And I hope you have the best day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.